Everybody, just give me a minute to get in live in my Facebook group, which just takes a second for it to catch up. There we go. All right. Click the button so I go live on my Facebook group too. All right, everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's a beautiful Saturday here on the West Coast. And I'm excited. I'm going to play this afternoon. Do you guys remember 9 to 5? Goes back many, many years for me. But it's a professional theater here in a little town called Chemainus. Is amazing, and that's what they're doing for the summer play called 9 to 5, the musical. So I'm kind of excited. Get to see my girlfriend, have lunch, and then go to the play. So before that, though, we're going to play with one of the kits. I'm going to talk a little bit. Hey, welcome from Arizona. I'm going to talk a little bit about the kits collection that Stampin' Up! Has, and then we're going to make the cards from one of the kits. I haven't talked about these, but they're an amazing kits that are available. Stampin' Up! Releases 2 new kits each month, and the new kits are amazing. I don't have them. There is one that is a Christmas kit, and there is one that is a haunted house that you can make. Now, mine have not arrived yet. I was hoping that they would arrive today, but instead, I'm going to use a kit that was released last month called Garden of Thanks, which is a really pretty set of 3 thank you cards that you can make. So these kits come everything you need in the kit. Some of them include the stamp set and a stamp spot, so you can do some stamping, and some are just putting together cards with pre-printed sentiments on them. So they're great to take away with you. They're great for gifts, great for kids. Some of them are really cute for kids, and you can just kind of let the kids go and make them. And the instructions are fairly easy to follow for kids. Probably they're more used to it than you and I are, at least maybe for me, because it's all pictures, and so they're kind of easy for kids to put together. Hey, Amanda. I used to take the paper pumpkin kits when we had a sailboat, and I used to take paper pumpkin kits with me, but these are kind of like a paper pumpkin kit. Everything you need is in them to make. All right, I'm going to switch over, and we're going to make one of each of the cards in this Garden of Thanks kit. This was out last month. One thing I will tell you about these kits, they are in the online store. They won't ever appear. You can't go into a catalog and necessarily see all of the information, so you need to go to my online store to find them. And if it says, if it's there and available to order, that's great. If it says currently unavailable, it means it's coming back. And if suddenly it disappears, it means that it's gone, unfortunately. So that's kind of, it's like the online exclusives. It's in the same section as the online exclusives. So if you see a kit that you really love, like the haunted house, you need to grab it really quickly, because I think that one's going to be really popular. But some of them are very popular, and hopefully they'll continue to bring some of them back that are so popular. All right. So the kits all come. It was wrapped in cellophane, and it has, I pulled the cellophane off, it has what the kit is on it. So if you can send it away like that. And when you open this box, these boxes are amazing to store and to keep. It comes with your Stampin' Spot. It comes, if it's a stamp, a kit that you stamp, it's got the stamp set. And then it's got the package of everything else that you need to put these cards together. And so you can open it up. And like the paper pumpkin kits, so these are available just to order in the online store, as opposed to the paper pumpkin kits that you subscribe to, and you only kind of have a sneak peek of what it is that you're going to get. So if you don't like that idea, then these kits may be a better option for you. So it comes with the instructions to make them. It gives you the pictures of them, and then, of course, all of the instructions. You have the stamp set. So in this case, this stamp set is available in English, French, and German. Looks like German. And so you have the image that you can store this as well. That's always a good thing to keep. And then piece of cardboard off. This one has 9 cards, 3 of 3 designs, and so these beautiful gold foiled envelopes. And then the card bases. So I'm just going to pull these apart. So you have this card base that's got the gold foil. You have a whole bunch of laser cut images. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Look at this, beautiful, kind of like a watercolor flower. So that's another base. And then you have 3 that are in boho blue. And then you have all of the laser cuts, whether it's the labels, the sentiments, some more labels, or sprigs and things that you can punch out, and then the flowers. Okay, so, oh, and then you have a little package. So you even, the cool thing about these kits, as opposed to the paper pumpkin, there is actually a stamp, a block that you can use. So you don't even have to pull out your own blocks. So we have some Misty Moonlight twine, and we have some gold sequins. And then you've got a little package of mini dimensionals and a little package of what are equivalent to our glue dots, all individual. So your take your pick tool works really well. Okay, so these are the instructions, and let me just show you a couple of the things that they do to so it actually shows you which base to pull out. It shows you with a little image here that you fold that in half. It shows you if it's a little tiny round dot. Hey Hazel, those are glue dots. And then it also tells you, so this is a thank you, so you're going to pull that one of those laser cut thank yous. And if it's a hexagonal shape, it's a mini glue dot, and then it shows you how many embellishments to put on. So that's kind of the way that they do it. If there's stamping, it tells you to put which stamp set on the block and then to stamp. And if there is twine, like on this one, it actually tells you how much twine to cut, to tie a bow, and then where to put that. So we're going to make one of each of the cards. We're going to start with this first one. So I'm going to pull that oopsie, dropped my thing. So card base. Okay, so we're going to fold this. And I would still, even though it doesn't come with a bone folder, I would still recommend that you use your bone folder. Hey, Carol, welcome. Welcome, Roberta. So I still use your bone folder to fold your card base. So the card base is folded just like that. It's actually really pretty. It's got gold foil on these. Okay, and then it tells us to pull one of these labels. So this is the label. So I think it's this label one. That's the only one there is. That's that color. Petunia. Oops, I got double here. So you can make 3 of each of these. So you can make them exactly the same way as they design them. Or the fun part about these is that you can make them, use them, and make your own. Hey Pam, make your own cards, which is always fun to do. So we're going to use the thank you laser cut. The other thing I've seen a lot of lately is using not only these, but also the, let me try and find my take your pick tool, the paper pumpkin kits for scrapbooking, which is really kind of fun, so that you can cut up these. So we're going to use these mini dimensionals. I have a hard time for mini dimensionals. My fingers seem too big for them, so we're just going to use my take your pick tool to put a mini dimensional, and actually kind of tells you where to put them. Really, they're going to go on where they fit, because it's pretty narrow sentiment. So we're going to just very carefully try and get them so that they don't show when it's on the card. Okay, I think I've got them. That's probably enough. And then if you're like me, use your take your pick tool to pull off the backings. 1, it's easier, and 2, it keeps them all in one spot so they aren't all over, and then you can just take them off of that take your pick tool and put them into the recycling. And drop here. Okay, so we're going to take this and put it onto here. So this first card, there's actually no stamping on. my Take Your Pick tool. And so then we're going to use these glue dots. So if you have a hard time with these glue dots, some people do because they're a little hard to get off. I find using your Take Your Pick tool, you can just kind of slide the whole glue dot off. And it tells us to put 6 of these on to the back of this. Oopsie, oh, I did. Okay. All right, and then you can take your Take Your Pick tool, take your pick, and just pull off that backing. This one's, it's harder to pick up, so you're really just trying to get your piercing tool, the piercing end, underneath the glue dot. If you find these hard to use, I know there's lots of people out there that absolutely love these, but if you find these ones that come with the kits, you can grab a roll of the glue dots. Sometimes they're a little easier to use. Got all these little backings on these. Okay, and then this goes kind of on here. Kind of tells you where to put them. You can make your cards however you want them. So that goes on like that. And then it tells you to put 3 of these sequins on. Got backings all over the place. 1, 2, and 3. So if you wanted to, you could do some stamping on the inside, but that's the first card. How quick and easy is that to make? And so pretty in Petunia Pop with the gold. Okay, first card. So now we can go over to the second card. And it's one of these boho blue card bases. So we're going to use our bone folder, if we can find it. Got another one. Okay, so for this one, we're actually going to stamp. So we need our block, and we need our stamp set. And we're going to use this stamp set that is kind of the big branch. Put that on. Now, I grabbed my my full-size Misty Moonlight. I just find that easier than the spots. And so this is a portrait card, so it goes lengthways. So we're just going to ink our buffer stamp and stamp one there and one kind of on an angle in each of the corners, like that. And we need our stamp set. So then we're going to take one of these gold edged or gold bordered labels, and we're going to use the stamp that says, I appreciate you. No, sorry, I appreciate you so much. So I just grabbed a block because I don't have the, I'll have to clean my other one. And so that's just going to stamp like that. Close that up. All right, and then for this one, we need this gorgeous laser cut flowers. It is so much fun to make these, Amanda. They're just, sometimes when we're going to use dimensionals on these, sometimes when I just don't want to have to think and I want somebody else to have created the cards, I will pull out a kit. I love the kits, and so I often pull them out and make them because, yeah, I don't want to have to think sometimes. And so this is just allows you to be creative, or be crafty and creative, because you can change them up without having to think about designing them yourself. Okay, so, and that just goes on. And if you do a better job of stamping, as opposed to what I did, because I should have stamped them a little closer to the corner so you see more of the branches, but you can kind of put, I just don't have as much of the branch showing as probably they would have on the original design. So we're just going to use more of these dimensionals. Now I will say the dimensionals in these kits and in the paper pumpkin kits, if you save them, because you'll always have leftovers, they are thicker than the paper pumpkin or the dimensionals that we sell in packages of Stampin' Up. So if you use them on your cards that you combine them with your regular dimensionals, you will find that they may be a little thicker than what the other ones are. There we go. Second card. How easy is that and how pretty? Gosh, they're so gorgeous. Okay, now the last card is using the gold foil. So again, grab your bone folder. This is such a pretty card with that gold kind of crisscross or crosshatch. Okay, so this is a portrait card, and we're going to stamp the thank you. So let's find our stamps. So it's this one. This is such a pretty thank you. And I'm just going to grab another block so I don't have to pull out my cleaning. Okay, and this one goes on a circle. So we're just going to ink that up and stamp. I love this font. Okay. Now, we also need one of these. And then we need some sprigs. The other thing to note is you have the sentiments in this case, English, French, and German. And so if you have people that speak, like for Canada, the French ones come in really handy if you've got friends in Quebec or even in Ontario that speak French, or if you've got German friends, you can use these on other cards. So save those. Okay, and then we need these sprigs. Now, I love sprigs, so if you follow me, you know that I often will die cut sprigs and pop them in behind different things. So this one, they're all laser cut for me. So I'm going to pull one out in Petunia Pop and one in Old Olive. So these are attaching to the back. So just so it shows to the right, and then this one will show off to the left. So we're going to just put some glue dots. If you can find your glue dots and you haven't lost them like I have. Oh, I've got my, oh, there they are. Ah, okay, there they are. So we're just going to put some glue dots on to this sprig. These aren't going to show. So this is going to go on to this side. So I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots on to the sprig where they won't show. And this is just going to attach them, adhere them onto the back of our flower. So like that, so that you can see. And then we'll do the same to the back of our, so this is going to be on that side, so let's put those. Again, just a couple, you don't need, just want it to attach on and hold. And then the whole thing is going to be adhered onto the card base, so you'll have some extra safety for it not to fall off. And I probably should have put it on the front so that it stuck a little bit better, but it'll be fine. There we go. That. And then we're going to use dimensionals on the back. And so you can use these dimensionals to stick over top of your sprigs and hold them on. The glue dots just kind of put them there to hold them in place while you get them ready. Oops, I've got a hole. Pop that out. There we go. these off. So this one's got twine. We're going to tie a bow. Okay, so this is going to go on to the card. Try not to, there we go. And then we're going to take, now they said 15 inches. Am I going in to France in March? I'm not sure. Amanda, debating about going to Australia. So we need 15 inches of the twine. This is going to be a really big bow. Yeah, debating about going to Australia for, so On Stage, if you aren't aware, On Stage, which is the Stampin' Up! Convention, used to be called Convention. So we're going to tie this, it's a really big, long tails, is in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina. Strasbourg, France, or Brisbane, Australia in March. And so, yeah, last year I met Amanda in Rotterdam in the Netherlands during On Stage. But we're debating about Australia this year. So we'll use a glue dot to hold our. Now I'm finding this bow a little bit long, so I'm going to make it just a bit smaller because I just find that really long, and I'm going to trim my ends. Australia sounds good, yeah. It's been been a few years. Actually, I was in Australia. I'm going to trim that off because I'm finding that bow just a little bit long. Just at the start of COVID, I was there in the end of January, February of 2020. And at the time, they were closing down airspace. So planes from China were not being allowed into Australia at the time. We were fine, but I got home in February, and so it was only a month later when, of course, everything happened. And okay, so then that's just going to go on like that. It seems so long ago now all that happened. And then we'll put some, you can put your embellishments. I tend to just put embellishments wherever I want to, rather than trying to find them. I sometimes have a hard time seeing where the embellishments actually are on their cards. But so you can put your embellishments wherever you want. So there we go. Aren't these pretty? So again, there are envelopes. In this case, the envelopes are all the same. So there's an envelope for that one. And then there's an envelope for that one. And there's an envelope for the blue one, which has gone astray. Okay, here it is. It's got to be here. There it is, underneath everything. All right, aren't they pretty? So those are, so this kit is called Garden of Thanks, and it is available. I checked before I came on to make sure that this one is available. So if you look under online exclusives in my online store, you will find all of the kits that are available, including the 2 new ones. So Stampin' Up! Releases a brand new kit, 2 brand new kits every month. This was last month's kit. This month, again, it is the Haunted House. So if you're wanting that one, don't miss out. And a Christmas one called Christmas Wishes or Merry Wishes or something like that. So I don't have them yet. They're still sitting, waiting to get to me on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday coming up. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to take a look at these kits as an option. Maybe they make a great gift for somebody that you know. And don't forget to redeem your bonus coupons. You have till the end of August. So if you earn bonus coupons on your orders in July, you have until the end of August to use those bonus coupons that you earned on your orders through the end of August. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow at 12 noon for another project. Happy stamping.